Hello, my friends. Happy Thursday. It is Thankful Thursday. I am traveling, so I'm going to be real quick today, but I wanted to share a few things with you. And I love sharing things that help us to be healthy and whole. That's why I call our time together on Thursdays Radiant Wrap, because all of these things I feel like we need to do to be healthy and whole. And there is science that backs it up. Radiant is an acronym for rest, activity awareness, diet, introspection, agua, note taking or journaling, and training. Here's the question. Do you feel like you're eating healthy, but yet you're struggling to be at a healthy weight? Are you feeling like, maybe you're carrying weight in the center of your body, and you feel like you're doing the things, right? But still, it can be very frustrating. Well, I think I can share a few things that maybe be worth considering, worth you to consider, um, and they may help. Okay, so most people that are frustrated because they're doing the things that they feel are necessary. I'm eating healthy, and I hear this all the time. In fact, this conversation that I'm having today is because one of my clients, we just had this conversation this week. And one of the things that I will share with you is something that she was struggling with, and we're working that out. So, number one, it could be, of course, there's obvious things. So, I want to say, if you think of some things, to put them in the chat, right? If you think of some things that could be the problem, because there's some obvious things that I think we all can think of on the top of our head. So, hey, Kathy, how are you, Sister Kathy? I think that we could um, think of a few things. So, what do you think could be a reason that you feel like you're eating healthy, but you're holding on weight? Well, I'll tell you, one is definitely hormones. It could be a hormonal situation going on. And if that's the case, you have to get your hormones checked. It could be a thyroid situation. That is always a possibility. Okay. It could be that you're overeating, but you feel like you're being healthy, but you're subconsciously, unconsciously overeating. You could be maybe being unrealistic about how much is healthy portions. So you're overeating that way. Um, you just aren't, your perception of what healthy portions are is skewed, and that's can be easily done because, especially in America, our portions are, like, when you go to restaurants and stuff, bonkers, out of control. So it could be healthy eating. Of course, not exercising, right? So not moving enough. You're eating, but you're not moving at all because of your job. You're working at home. Other reasons, you're just not moving. And sometimes we're unrealistic about that too. We're moving around the house. We're thinking that we are moving more than we are actually moving. For the overeating, sometimes you get bored too. And like I said, I'm going real quick with these, and some other time, if you have other questions, we can have more discussion about it. Um, Not eating enough. That could be not eating enough. And typically, not eating enough is not eating enough of the right things. And then we'll binge eat. Like, maybe we're hardly eating, and then a couple times a week we just binge eat, and we're blah blah blah, eating all the things that we shouldn't eat. But then the rest of the time we're not really eating. Also, we can be eating really healthy foods, but not in the right um, proportions. We need the macronutrients that we need are proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. And did you know vegetables are a carbohydrate? Yes, vegetables are a carbohydrate. That's just a side note. But one of the things that we could be doing is eating really healthy foods, but a lot of it is disproportionately fats, like a lot of nuts or having a lot of oils, olive oil, coconut oil, things like that in our diet. And if you have to, I'm talking healthy foods, like nuts are healthy food, salmon, but if you have too much, it can really hold weight onto your body. It's hard to release the weight. Um, and all those things, there's so many of them are healthy. I actually have to be mindful of that because I love like nuts. I love cashews, peanuts, walnuts, almonds, all the things. And they have a lot of fat and calories per gram of fat is way different than calories per gram of a protein or a carbohydrate. If you're into math, if you're into science, you may kind of be really interested in that sort of thing. It's not something that you have to know. You don't have to know the details of that, but trust me when I say that the calories from fat are different than calories from protein. Calories from protein, 4 calories per 1 gram of protein, 4 calories per 1 gram of a carbohydrate, and it's 9 calories per 1 gram of fat. Huge difference. Okay, so those things have to be proportioned too. You don't want to have 60, 50, even 50% of your diet is fat. That is a problem. And so, how do you determine those things? There's a lot of ways I can help you with that if you need. I think I had one more. Oh, protein. You may not be getting enough protein, so you have to make sure that you get enough. And since I've been plant based, I've met so many people who are plant-based and they get enough protein. You don't have to have an exorbitant number of protein to get enough, but you do have to have protein. You have to have 20% protein in your diet, 20, 25, some people 30%, depending on what you're doing. But those are some of the things. I think I made a list. Let me make sure I just went through all of them. Yep, those are all the things that I wanted to mention. So any of those things, did I mention the imbalance? The last thing I want to mention, the imbalance of the bacteria in your gut. There is bacteria in your gut. Microbiomes in your gut. There's good bacteria, there's bad bacteria in your gut, and they live there. And when we are consuming too much sugar, a lot of times the balance can be thrown off, and we have too much of the bad bacteria. And that could also cause a lot of bloating. And so getting that balanced is also something that's very helpful. I can help you with that too, with those things too. So anyways, those are some things to consider. If you have other questions, if you want to go deeper into a conversation, you know how to find me. Listen, I love you. Nothing you can do about it. Joseph, hey cousin, I love you too, baby. Um, yeah, love you all. Nothing you can do about it. You have greatness inside of you, and I believe in you. Bye for now.